Welcome back, everyone, to another Market Open live stream. This is going to be a big week. Not only do we have lots of big earnings this week, including Tesla coming up this week, but we've got a global GDP data coming out of a ton of countries. We've got inflation data coming out of a ton of countries. We got crypto rebounding. We got some green in the other markets. Folks, whoo! It's just going to be a big week. We've even got Biden talking about his social infrastructure plan. Will there be stimulus checks or will there not be checks? Oh man, this is going to be a week full of news, or should be. So we'll see how this week goes and how the market reacts to it. But let's go ahead and start with the stakes. We'll start with the red since there's actually not too terribly much red. So in the pre-market today, we've got well, let's see here. Let's go to watch list. We got cannabis. Well, no, there we go. Just refreshed. Okay, there we go. Etsy down 1.78%. United States oil 1.6%. Cloudflare 1.14%. API, backbone of gosh, I don't even use it that much right now. I can't even think about Clubhouse. There we go. Backbone of Clubhouse down about 1%. Bumble 0.8ish. THCX down about 0.73. And then we got some miscellaneous other downs. It looks like some of the high tech here. Snowflake down about a quarter. Zoom down about a quarter. It kind of weird to see Zoom next to Walgreens. They always used to trade in opposite directions, but DocuSign, Twitter, Home Depot, some of these slightly down. What's doing very well right now is a crypto recovery. First things first, let's look at the crypto pricing here really quick. So we've got Ethereum almost at 2,500 again. Phenomenal. Doge back over 27 cents, 27.4. And Bitcoin almost back to 54,000. Actually hit 54,000 here for a brief minute about an hour ago, and it's at 53,700 right now. But a really solid rebound over just the last 12 to actually probably even less hours here. It's almost like in the last 10 hours here we've had a really solid. No, yeah, it's actually probably last 14 hours. There we go. Do my math correctly. Last 14 hours we've had a pretty good rebound in crypto. And that is actually leading to a rebound finally in the miners. Look at this. Riot Blockchain and Marathon Digital up 8%. You've got Coinbase up 4%, back over 300. Picked up options on this on Friday. Of course, sent out that alert to all course members. Keep in mind that I have put a date on that coupon code, Cinco de Mayo. We got May 5th. For the expiring coupon code. Check that out for the private live streams and the permanent lifetime access to all the wonderful lectures, which I keep adding content to. OCGN moving up 14% on COVID vaccine, although it is kind of trending down a little bit here into the open. We've got Microvision up a 10%. Another rally here. It almost feels like this is heading straight to 24, somewhere around its previous all-time highs. You've also got Luminar running about 9% here. So real LiDAR resurgence. We also are seeing sort of that recovery again here in the SPAC space. Look at this. NGA up 6.45%. Shift Technology recovering. Gevo recovering. Arcimoto recovering. These guys all around 4% here. ChargePoint 3.6. Quantum's up in that 3 range again. Here's Nano Dimension 2.5. EXPI around 2. Neo 2, MP Materials. So it looks like SPACs and some of the other ones that have oversold. Nice, decent positives today. Tesla's up 1.58 with earnings coming up today. So we'll see how this how earnings expectations go. We've got about 90 seconds now to the opening bell. A little less actually. Upstart 1.54. Palantir's up almost back to 24 on Palantir. Lemonade 1.18. Spirit Air. It almost makes you wonder. I have to say, it almost makes you wonder if 420 was just the bottom of the market for a lot of things. Bottom crypto pricing, maybe not exactly bottom crypto pricing, but certainly bottom SPAC pricing. A lot of other stocks were in pain on 420. 420 was sort of a rough stock day, and we are having, and that was just 6 days ago. We are having the opposite today. A lot of green. Let's get ready for the opening bell. Let's listen in on Jimmy here.
It's going to surprise people. And this is weekend. This is stuff I did over the weekend. So I'm feeling quite confident that things are about to change. Remember, the reason why the autos didn't have any relief is because they're making the lowest end. David, it's the lowest end chips, and it was not advantageous. Taiwan Semi saying, we'll do it for you. It's big. Skyworks.
All right, that's a little out of consensus because they do seem to keep indicating this is going to go on longer than people anticipated initially.
Well, I'm very homework driven, David.
Amen to that, Carl.
No, it's true, Jim. We've tried to make that point a couple of times that the automakers don't necessarily have the biggest leverage because their part of the mix is not the biggest, and certainly, as you said, not at the top of the pricing structure. But we'll see if they can make this the work.
Nice green. We've had enough red. You know, we had red for what, 2 months? I feel like straight, pretty much. February 19 to kind of like April 20, even a little bit beyond April 20. I think we're over it. I think it's time to put the red away. It's time for some green.
I do think that there is an easing. Cisco said there's no easing.
All right, we're gonna back off and talk about Cisco here. Let's see how things are opening up. See a lot of comments about Mind Medicine. Weeble will show them usually in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Let's take a peek here. So at the opening, a little bit of red there coming into Ocugen. We've got green coming into Microvision. There it is, over 20. Yep, this is where it had rallied to the last time. It's crazy to see this thing have dropped to, gosh, somewhere around $8-9. Now it's at 20. This thing's going for a triple in a matter of 2 weeks here. I played a triple on this this stock before, and now it's going to play a triple again here. It's absolutely incredible. Marathon and Riot, both slightly red candlesticking here right out of the gate. BNGO actually coming out of nowhere, up 5% now. Let's expand a little bit more here. There we go. Luminar also showing some red candlesticks. Coinbase also red. I'm not sure if this is just going to be a little bit of first couple minutes of open, some people taking some profits here. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Carnival, card pump in here. This is probably, by the way, pump. Oh, nice pump there on Carnival. Probably pumping on news of reopening to vaccinated folks in Europe. I tweeted about this yesterday. I tweeted about this because I thought this was very good news for the recovery stocks, and we want to pay attention to recovery stocks today because of that. Of course, the comment section immediately devolved into a political debate about whether or not vaccination is the right thing to do, or if there should be vaccine passports or not. I didn't get involved in the debate. Look, I just mentioned I saw the news about the EU accepting people coming who were vaccinated. I'm like, that's great for reopening. That's it. It's that simple. I'm looking at it from the stock point of view. That's wonderful, and we are seeing a movement here in the cruise stocks, potentially due to that news. Both Norwegian and Carnival up about 3.5% here. Even the airlines. Here we go. It's kind of what we expected. There we go. Airlines just popped a little bit, 3.14%. Delta popping 2.5%. Tesla just moved up. Tesla now at 2.18. So some nice green candlestick coming out of Tesla. For some reason, Etsy actually down a little bit here, down to 209. Almost makes you wonder if Etsy's doing the whole like stay at home, like the anti-stay at home trade, where it's like, well, that's it, we're reopening, don't need Etsy anymore, which couldn't be further than the truth. I mean, like Etsy's here to stay. Absolutely phenomenal. Tiny market cap relative to Amazon. Not that they should be relative to Amazon, but it's so good. Moderna actually falling 2% here, which is good. I personally want to see the vaccine stocks sell off once the pandemic sort of ends. And I want to get into these vaccine stocks, the Pfizer, Moderna, once the pandemic has kind of subsided, mostly because I think these are phenomenal plays on mRNA technology, which you have to say is turning out to be very, very promising. Moderna now down about 2.5%. GameStop down 1%. Matterport, I saw Matterport somewhere over here. There we go, 0.74%. So slight decline there. Churchill Capital about 0.35. Beyond Meat's down about 0.4. So the things that are down are barely down. I mean, it's not even worth mentioning. They're barely down. Microvision, look at the run, though. Oh, my goodness. It is hauling here. Let's go. We're almost at $21. I tell you, remember last time this thing hit 24. I don't know if it's going to go to 24, But and volume really let's see here. The opening volume was very, very strong at a 1.6 there. I mean, gosh, this thing just keeps pushing. But yeah, keep an eye on that volume to see if that volume is declining at all. But wow, Microvision's really kicking butt. OncuGen still dancing around that 16%. Marathon Digital 10%. Riot at that 7.2. AMC 621. Nice AMC move again. This is like, what are we at here? 3 days in a row on AMC now? Yeah, it's about 3 days. I only go to the normalized candlesticks. Let's see here. So, yeah, actually about 4 green days in a row on the normalized candlesticks. There we go. Or I should say normal candlesticks. Coinbase is bobbing a little bit here between 3.8 and 4 and a bit. Nano Dimension 4.15. Coinbase hitting some red candle now. Let's see. PaySafe 3.6. Carnival 3.7. Still green candlesticking. So certainly nothing's green candlesticking like Microvision is here. Woo! There it goes. It's almost at 22 now. Oh, nope, back to 21.34. Woo! Microvision. That one's playing money today. Oh my goodness, there it is. Hits 22. Oh dear. That's a push. That's amazing. Riot Blockchain slipping. Marathon Digital holding on slightly, bringing a little bit of red in here. We got Nano Dimension 4%, SOS 3.7. What else have we not shared some love with here? We got Lemonades heading back to 100. I tell you. Oh, nice. Somebody, Megan here kept their short-term calls on even after the Friday rally. That right there that was a bold move because we had this insane run last week on Microvision. I mean, crazy run on Microvision last week. And keeping those short-term calls over the weekend, wow, that is bold. But look at the tendies you are printing now with another 23%. You got a big payoff on that one. Woo! Very, very, very nice. All right. So let's see what else we got here. So, yeah, on the downside, Etsy kind of slipping to about 3% there. Wayfair also starting to follow about 1%. Starbucks red candle sticking straight down here. Fisker again, kind of on that downtrend. Fisker's not getting any love. It's really the LiDAR plays right now that are trading. Remember, Fisker has been one of those that has gotten sort of the flashlight love of the day trading crowd for really about, 4 or 5 days there around February 25th, something like that. And Microvision is certainly now stealing all the thunder here. I mean, absolutely incredible. What a continued run here on Microvision. Now over $22. We'll see how stable it is. I'm also impressed at Playboy's continued run. Absolutely incredible. Congratulations to your son's 10th birthday. Awesome. Let's see here. So, ooh, okay. There's a special interview on the channel, by the way, on Wednesday, the 28th at tentatively at noon. So that might run into our closing live stream a little bit. Might try to move that up a little bit. But anyway, tentatively, noon California time, special live stream Wednesday, the 28th. So I think y'all really enjoy it. So stay tuned for that one. So, all right, what else? I don't want to jinx it, so I won't mention it exactly what. Maybe when we get closer to tomorrow. All right, what else do we got here? Upwork. Yeah, Upwork kind of in the red a little bit here too. Woo! Tattooed Chef coming in about negative 0.3. Apple's about flat here. Churchill Capital's about flat as well. Looks like Matterport's dancing around here a little bit as well in this flat region. No action here. Still waiting for the OTCs to trade. And let's see what else. Microvision's showing its first red candle potentially here. I'm also on the average candlestick, so a little harder sometimes to see the first move. Tesla sitting at 743-ish. A little bit of red coming in here. Remember, it is Tesla earnings day. we are expecting a beat, but we shall see. Let's give some of these mainstream folks a listen for a moment. We'll also grab the terminal up again here. Okay, great. So we got the Varns on a commercial. Fine. And what do we got over here?
Takes 2 years for the review. The money is going to actually go into the trust. It will, therefore, you will as
Kansas City Southern. All right, let's try something else. Bloomberg Live. All right, let's go. All right. So what else do we have here? SPACs get sued all the time, folks. There we go. Hold on 1 sec. Got to get that Bloomberg up. Got about 20 seconds to go on getting Bloomberg up. We got pretty boring CNBC here. We got a boring Varns here. Seems like the media just doesn't want to cover the tendies today in the market because there are lots of tendies being printed right now in the market. And remember, one of the things we were talking about over the last few weeks is potential load up in these short or in the of shorts in the SPACs. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we're seeing right now. It's just a broader squeeze as these hedgies place so many bets against the market, worried that, oh, what if earnings just don't come in as well as we thought because we're weenie babies? All these shorts, potentially one of the reasons we're seeing a lot of them get burned right now, led to really a culmination of pain on the 20th, which I still think it's funny when people are like, oh, Kevin paper-handed on the 20th. I doubled down on this market on the 20th. I got $12 million of exposure in options. It's like $3.8 million of actual value. More now since it's been green since then. But if I had shares, the share equivalent, and I wanted to see the same kind of returns on shares as those options, the risky ones I took, need about $12 million of shares, which that, to me, is a double down. All right, let's see. Okay, even Bloomberg's on commercial. Man, what is going on with the suits today? They are just not covering the rally today. They're probably pissed because their shorts are getting burned. They're getting smoked. Got, let's see here, Microvision. Yeah, Microvision trying to hold on here. Bitcoin almost at that 54K, 27.3 on the Doge. 2506 on Ethereum. Let's take a peek here at the 10-year. I want to see the 10-year. If you watched my crypto video yesterday, I think it's very interesting, this correlation that we've noticed year to date between the 10-year and Bitcoin prices. It's very, very interesting. And we'll see if it ends up holding true over the next few months. And what do we have here on the 10-year today? So the 10-year had a little bit of a run this morning. Look at that. It ran up to 1.59 at the same time as Bitcoin's running, kind of, again, holding true with that pattern. But we do have a little bit of a decline here in yields right now. So we'll see on an average, really on a year-to-date average, how Treasury yields end up linking. The 10-year links with Bitcoin. Because if you draw Bitcoin over this, it's surprisingly following a very, very similar pattern. We won't do it right now because you can watch yesterday's video and see exactly that. So let's see here. 2174 on micro, really pausing a little bit of that extension here. Not a surprise, though, that at some point you would have to see that. But it is leading to other momentum stocks like Naked taking off. Take a look at Naked. Naked now up 11.4%. We are about 2 minutes away from seeing the OTC stocks jump on over into the chart here at 11% on. I'm expecting, obviously, Mind Medicine to be up. I'm expecting Voyager Digital to be up. You can already see these and what they're doing on like TD Ameritrade, which I do not have up right now. Luminar, but yeah, Naked just really blasted off here out of nowhere with AMC up again, 6.69%. There was a push for AMC Day the other, last week. Didn't really see that extension there on AMC last week, though we have been green candlesticking the last few days, which is nice. Green on the last few days up. Yeah, so we're seeing an extension of that now, which is awesome. Nano Dimension 5.8%, finally recovering out of this pit. You know, Nano Dimension, we should pull up the short interest. Nano Dimension seems like one of those that potentially runs like a Microvision. And it kind of makes you wonder if a Nano Dimension can run like a Microvision. Is it possible that Nano Dimension gets picked up out of the dump and moves a little bit like the Micro? No guarantees. But we'll take a peek here anyway. So we'll go ahead and pull up the black cap, and we'll do some really quick short interest updating here. So well, EXPI has been selling off. I think it hit a low on February and on 420 as well. It's up 4% today. It's turning around a little bit of a turnaround. What do we got? Let's look at some of the pop names here. Let's go AMC. Let's go show as a percentage of float. Remember, where you're looking here is either right here. We got that 22.2% here, or you're looking right here, SI percentage as or SI as a percentage of float. Let's do a quick little update on Tesla's already up here, 6.01%. Let's go with Microvision, some of the runners. Microvision 18.83% short. Was even up, it looks like, on the last account here. IPOE 30.8% short. And I'm telling you that the suits have loaded the boat with shorts on some of these. A Nano Dimension only 5.61% short. So not as much as we would expect. GME 24.07% short, so definitely has a little bit as well. We could do an update on Clove. This was about 36%, 38%. There we go. We got BNGO, do Marathon. Piton, surprising. 8.74 on BNGO. I don't remember Piton having a big short. I could be wrong here. I don't remember it all. Yeah, 7.8%. That was kind of along my suspicion there. Riot and Marathon, we can do those. Let's go ahead and knock those out of the park here. What do we got? Riot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I wrote Riot. I wrote Lordstown Motors. It's up at 24.3. Let me quickly put CCIV in as well here. Pretty sure they're getting shorted too. Not as much. 14.85. You got more shorts over at Ride, Lordstown, than you do CCIV. Then we've got Riot is at 14.3. And then we got, after Riot, we have Marathon at 14.4. Also moving up a little bit here. CLII. Okay, CLII. What else we got here? I see your comment there on High Tide. Your stock course is a real opener. Good. Oh, thank you, Jake. I appreciate you shouting that out. Yeah, keep in mind, coupon code is set now. The To The Moon is the coupon code, set for expiration May 5. Let's take a peek at that. Remember, the pricing goes up with consecutive codes. All right, so Go EV, and you get lifetime access to all the lectures. So it's not like I'm going to add lectures and charge you again. I've there's no upsell afterwards. 21% on Go EV. People are like, am I really going to get it? I get that a lot because that's very common in the industry. They're like, really? It's only $400 or whatever. 12% on Shift. Am I going to get like a $2,000 upsell later or whatever? Nope. You get everything. 25.8% on Arcimoto. It's pretty high on Arcimoto, honestly. SDC, I don't know what SDC is. Tesla, I'm pretty sure, is right after the bell. I will look, though. Let's see here. Earnings. I'll pull it up really quick. And then we'll go back to the sticks here in a moment. So, calendar. There we go. All right. But yeah, I am curious to see what time for Tesla today. So, should be big. So, what else? Neo, that's a good idea. Let's look at Neo and Arrival. Yeah. Neo's only 5% short. It's really been the SPACs that have been getting whacked. Whacked SPACs. Arrival Group's only 3.2%. It's really, if you want to look for shorts, it's anything that Chamath has touched. He's just been getting whacked too. IPOE, we already did that one. Oh, wow. IPOE actually not at all. It's like not, I'm sorry, IPOF has like nothing at all. Okay, let's can we do, I don't know if we can do MMEDF. Let's try that one. And that's the last one we'll do, EDF. Mine 0.48%. Yeah, I think on the OTCs it's actually surprisingly difficult to short. I don't know if that's a certainty, but that's just something seems like I've noticed. All right, so I want to see what we have after the close. After the close, Tesla's expected at 410 today. So obviously we'll be covering that live with the market close. What else here? What else? Yeah. Okay. So no, that'll be a fun live stream. Make sure if you're interested in the earnings, be back here. We will be covering earnings live today. Let's go back to the sticks. I will also cover the Tesla earnings call. So honestly, the closing live stream today is probably just going to be a very long one because we'll probably just go right through market close starting about 12 California time, and we'll go right into Tesla earnings. Earnings on other companies, and then we'll also go into the Tesla earnings call. So, all right, I'll make a quick little note here. Okay, let's go back to the sticks. I'm excited to go back to the sticks. We'll see how things are going. We've got a lot of excitement for today. And keep in mind, Biden speaks on Wednesday. It's going to be big. We've got Jerome Powell talking this week, Biden talking this week, GDP data this week, CPI data coming out of other countries this week. Whoo, we got so many potential catalysts this week for juice. It's going to be something. All right, let's go ahead and tick on over here to the sticks. All right. Oh, look at AMC running, moving 8.2%. Look at that move on AMC here. We just had a volume spike as well here. 1.2 million on share volume here. Really coming in clutch with some volume here. Tries to fall down the volume, tries to get down to about that 150s range. Really pumps back up. Very incredible. I mean, we're getting some big moves over here. Oh my goodness. Mind Medicine, $35 freaking dollars here, coming up to the NASDAQ uplisting here. I believe actually tomorrow on the uplisting. This is insane. Another 34%. I mean, talk about an incredible rally here at Mind Medicine. I mean, this has got to be almost a double here. Let's go to day. We were down at 225. We're more than a double. We have literally doubled in the last 2 trading sessions on Mind Medicine on news of the uplisting. Now, the uplisting is scheduled for tomorrow. It makes you wonder, is the uplisting going to be buy the rumor, sell the news? Or is this thing just going to keep going to the moon tomorrow? I don't know, but it's going to be incredible to watch. Look at Microvision up now almost 30%. You got to be kidding me. We thought it was going to go to 24. It's almost at 24. That's where it ran to the last time, folks. Wow, I would not have expected it to run there that fast again. I mean, from 420 to today, it's just literally been straight up. It's incredible. What a move. Ocugen, 17.5%. Somebody's mentioning that Wall Street Bets is jumping on Mind Medicine. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. That is certainly going to be a push here. By the way, it was really cool. I got from the at least the Instagram account. I think it's the right one. What is it? Wall Street Bets has an Instagram account, which follow me on Instagram too if you don't already. Wall Street Bets. Let me see here. Yeah, top r/Wall Street Bets, 133,000 followers. Shout out to them. I don't know if that's endorsed or the official one or whatever, but they sent me a rocket emoji on DMs. I'm like, yes, that's what we want. A rocket emoji. I love it. So, which remember we got the rocket shirts and we got some of the rocket merch to the moon. Link down below. They do have they have a sale going on. Selling fast is the code. Selling fast. There we go. Selling fast is the coupon code for the merchandise. Link down below. It's actually not my coupon. It's a coupon that Teespring is using. Folks, we do have the spark lines all of a sudden turning red here. Look at all of the spark lines here. All of these in the red. just turned even more red. What happened here? Hold on here. Etsy just sold down to 4%. Fisker's down. PSAC down. This is weird. Zoom now down 2%. Rite Aid down. Xpeng down. Workhorse down. All of these guys have accelerated another 1%. Beyond Meat's in the 120s again. Walgreens down to about 52. Hold on. Let me listen here for a moment.
Tech, and you make them to diversify away from a particular area, stock goes up. That's one of the reasons why I like the advanced micro deal with Xilinx. Skyworks.
No, they're just talking about specific stocks here. Okay. Invitae trading down about 0.25% here. Snowflakes over here. Enphase flat on the day. We got cannabis seems to be relatively flat as well. Tattooed ended up going positive from down slightly to slightly positive. Palantir's, Matterport's actually come up here about 1%. Palantir, I'm trying to find where I can click on the darn thing, but it keeps moving so fast. It looks like we just had like a 1% adjustment to the downside. Look at Tesla here, was up 2%, now down to about 1.1% on the increase here, still on the up. We've got the airlines had a nice little move to the upside here, but let's see, Delta here, not as much as we had it earlier. Yeah, look at that. All of a sudden, we had this big wave of green, of red candlesticking here as we looked at earnings. So then we have, what else do we have here? EXPI no longer up 4%, now just up about 2.45%. All of a sudden, a little bit of a cooling here. Coinbase still holding on to that 4%. Nano Dimension at that 6.68%, moving nicely here. Makes you wonder if it's going to trace with... something like some of the others here. CCAV or Microvision. CCAV all of a sudden up 4%. Looks like there was a big move there. I do wonder if that was news related because that spike is very. It's either a volume pump there or some sort of news within the first few minutes there of the opening. Let's go pull it. So nope, no news. No news other than that garbage with. Look, every SPAC gets sued. It's like when I hear people go, "Oh, the SPAC got sued." It's like, really? What else is new? Like, oh, you're gonna tell me the Pope's Catholic or that bears poop in the woods? You got another one for me? Like, you gonna share some news with me or you gonna bore me? It's just like, wow, a SPAC got sued. Ooh, the short sellers are attacking again. Ooh, it's old news. Like, you know what I want to know is I want to know if there's a SPAC that has not been sued. It's nuts. All right, Mind Medicine. I'll tell you, that is what's nuts. Mind Med is what is up. Hey, look, we got an update from someone in the ports here. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you saying this. Container traffic at New York City port is heavy. Can't get our 62 containers from Germany for 4 weeks already. Woo! Wow. I tell you, the global logistic crisis that we have right now with container prices super high, ports overwhelmed, is potentially going to be a disaster for short-term inflation. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Y'all funny in the comments. All right, Microvision. First red candlesticks really coming, some more solid red candlesticks coming through here. Still holding on to 22. Naked up to 13%, that is. It's at 65-ish cents. Luminar 12%. Really big moves in momentum here. I mean, we had a massive momentum sell-off, and now we got some big old pushes here in momentum. Momentum is just push right now. It is absolutely incredible. I mean, look back at 420, how much pain there was in the market. I'm really happy I doubled down on my bets right now with options because we've got lots of green here. Not sure, we got a little bit of a red candle coming up again here, a little bit on the CCIV. We got CRISPR down at about 2%. A nice little move up there on CRISPR. Tesla's about 1%. A little tentative there on Tesla. Matterport about 1% as well. Tentative moves here. Potentially awaiting earnings for some additional validation. On the downside, we're having a little bit of a rebound off the bottom here. Tiny rebound off the bottom. API, Fisker, Faraday Solutions. A little bit of rebounds over here. But yeah, a little bit of... I would say it's fascinating to see this volatility in this market here. Makes me wonder, what's our Cboe VIX doing? Cboe volatility index here. Looks like we got volatility is only sitting at 2.71%. Let's go back to the 10-year for a second, and then I'm going to look at top news here. 10-year sitting at 1.564. Still off peaks off the day. Let's go to top news here. Just go to the top. No. Okay. Jessica Alba's Honest IPO. What else? Ryan Cohen plots GameStop turnaround after igniting stock mania. Ooh. All right. So let's listen to Varnes for a moment. See if he's got anything for us other than the wall.
I'm going to show you the yield on the 10-year Treasury has become something of a...
I literally just did that. Are you copying me? Are you just going to copy what I'm doing? Are you kidding me?
We tend to see big tech doing well. Well, the 10-year yield's 157 at the moment. So now take a look at big tech, mostly higher. Apple, Amazon, a fraction lower, but a decent gain for Facebook, Alphabet, and...
I want to hear bracing for Catalyst. Let's go.
A quarter of 1% on the S&P 500, and the bond market yields are off session highs after that miss on durable goods data earlier this morning. Right now, we're sitting right at 1.56% on the 10-year Treasury. The wild action really is in the commodity complex, both in the industrial metals with LME copper at $9,750 a ton. That is the highest level since going back to 2011. You're seeing some pretty big moves in agricultural commodities as well. And then, of course, my eye is on Bitcoin. After a brutal week last week, we are back above $53,000. Some of those dip buyers coming in. Well, of course, as I mentioned, a lot of catalysts this week, including earnings and Tesla kicking off a big week. Abigail Doolittle is here with more of what to expect.
A big week, Kaylee. And this board right here says it all in terms of how big this week is, because this week we have nearly $19 trillion worth of market cap in companies reporting. That's about equal to all of the other weeks together. And of course,
that's a cool chart.
Has everything to do with the mega caps. Tonight, Tesla, then tomorrow, Alphabet, then we have Apple, Amazon, Facebook. So many of those large cap technology companies going to be giving us their view on what happened in the first quarter and what's ahead for this year. Now, interestingly, it's we don't actually have the most bullish stance going into this week. If we go into the Bloomberg terminal and take a look at the outflows on the QQQs, last week there were 5 consecutive days of outflows, the most going all the way back to 2000. So again, that's not a lot of confidence on the part of investors in terms of what we are going to see out of Tesla and Apple and Amazon and Facebook and so on and so forth. They're selling those stocks the way that they did in 2000. Interesting, because you could make the case that last week was, of course, last year was an easy comp because it was the start of the pandemic. So that's not really gunning folks forward. So it's going to be critical to listen to what those management companies do say. Now, Kelly, of course, was just mentioning that Tesla's after the bell. They already pre-announced, as they always do in terms of their deliveries, record deliveries, 185,000 electric vehicles delivered in the first quarter, exceeding the estimates. We are going to be seeing a very big move here. This is typically the case for Tesla. The implied options action for Tesla after their report is 6% up or 6% down. We don't know. So again, we're looking for that color. But when you put that together with the outflows and the QQQs, if those tech traders are right, or maybe they're just taking some chips off the table after the big run up over the last year, it suggests maybe it'll be to the downside. But we won't know that, of course, until after the bell. And then later this week, if we take a look at the moves, the options moves for some of the other companies, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, and Microsoft, all expected to be closer to a 2 to 3 to 4% move for those companies relative to that 6% implied volatility move for Tesla. But these companies are so big, Guy, when we put that in terms of market cap. For Apple, if that stock does in fact move 3.7% up or down after earnings, that is an $83 billion move in market cap. And to put that into perspective, that is Chipotle Mexican Grill times 2. So that's what could happen just after Apple's report on Wednesday. Stay tuned. Could be potentially a wild ride, especially based on what these options insights are saying. And then, of course, last week's big flows out of the tech ETF QQQ, Guy.
That was a really good piece. Wow, that was pro. I really like that. Late bloomer, thank you for this. Been a member for 2 months or a month, can't remember, but the information I get from Kevin's live streams are price. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. That's super cool. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was gonna say something about the Chipotle there, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure how I heard it. Looks like y'all caught that as well. Woo.
Then we've got the Fed as well. Plus, also, we've got the president going to Capitol Hill. Buy or sell volatility this week? Which side of the fence are you on?
Buy.
I still like selling it. We continue to see that.
Of course, the suits want to sell it.
Big events, they don't actually realize as exciting as people are hoping for. Maybe because we're all stuck at home looking for a little excitement. But that has been the story over the last few months, and it continues to be a trade that I like. I do think you just talked a little bit about some people rotating out of some tech names. You know, recall how well these stocks have done, obviously over the last year. So I think it's normal to see people managing risk a little bit into a big earnings week like this, and certainly into the summer when things can get a little slower and liquidity is lighter.
Well, Monica, you talk about markets having anticipated things. When talking about anticipation, it seems that large parts of the equity market are priced to perfection at this point. So what kind of upside catalyst can earnings really be if we've already priced in what some are calling peak earnings growth?
Yeah, that's why personally I have trouble arguing for a meaningful move higher over the next few months. And so when I look at
frickin' suits, are you kidding me?
The chance for heightened volatility and to potentially do some trades around that, I prefer the volatility trades rather than playing for a big gap higher in some of these names that have already run so much.
This is a short seller. You know these people are shorting so much, they're wearing shorts. It's a joke. It's a joke. Not that there's anything wrong with wearing shorts, but the suits, I just picture the suits. All with their fancy jackets and then shorts on because they're shorting so much. That's a joke. It's all a big deception. Suit on with shorts on, deception. All right, what else we got here? So Etsy bouncing along the bottom here. Nordstrom down a little bit here. Interesting to see Nordstrom down, yet the airlines up. I tell you, the whole recovery trade is broken. A lot less consistency than we used to have. 30% on Mind Medicine, sitting about 4.58 right now. Microvision 22.22, up 23%. Ocugen, not as high as we had there on Microvision. As we got close to that 24, it looks like we kind of hit that resistance spot a little bit earlier than usual there. So Ocugen, naked, still pushed nicely there, 14.6. Look at all of our crypto plays, though. Voyager up 8%. Big Digital up 10.3%. Marathon up 5%. You've got, look, Redfin showing itself again, up 5% here. Shift Technologies, 4.5%. EXPI, 3.8%. Oh, my goodness. Some of the ones that have just been getting burned for a very long time. Look at AMD, Lemonade, 2.8% here. Tilray, 2%. Oh, there's Delta. Delta sitting at about that 1.84. Palantir. Palantir's almost at 24. Almost back to 24. Zom's trying to get back to $1. United Airlines, 1.3. Peloton, 1. Matterport, 1. Let Tesla go. Tesla's 1. It's only about 1% leading into earnings. A lot of excitement. We saw what the Bloomberg told us there. Potentially expect that 6% move in either direction, which for Tesla, that's a big move. Let's see here. Okay, so consistent over here on the sticks. Let's listen for a moment. We'll see if honestly, I have to say that Bloomberg report was very, very good. I liked what that piece they put together there. Let's go back to them for a moment here. Oh, it's the suit lady talking more. We'll listen.
And what that could mean from tax hikes, et cetera, and none of it's come to fruition.
Yep, we may see it happen this time. I'm really fascinated to hear what the president has to say when he goes up to the Hill later this week. But what I really want to talk about is inflation. Kaylee started the show talking about what was happening in the commodity space. We're seeing shortages. We're seeing copper rising. You've got the ags rising pretty sharply. There are pockets around the United States where it is clear there are labor shortages as well. Do you still think the market is underpricing inflation here? What is your outlook in terms of inflation? And again, where do I want to be if I want to get the biggest bang for my buck?
Yeah, we've had people again. If you go back to a year ago, where people were most comfortable coming out of the downturn was what they thought was safer. So things like U.S. large cap equities. now people are starting to understand that, to your point about growth is back. There's a lot of demand now for building and, different types of infrastructure spending, et cetera. We have seen more interest. I think it makes sense. Parts of emerging markets, commodity-focused economies, and looking at commodities outright. We don't do as much in the single commodities like copper, but certainly people are looking to oil, and the energy market is another way to play that. And it has underperformed.
Yeah, oil, of course, getting hit with all the virus concerns in India because it is a major importer. Monica DeCenso of JP Morgan Private Bank, thank you so much. And coming up, Apple plans $430 billion of investment in the U.S. over the next 5 years. We'll break down where that's going and what's behind the move. This is Bloomberg.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I totally disagree with the suits here, but I want to pull this up here really quick. We've got somebody sent this over. It looks like, what is this here? Potential. This is just a rumor here. Potential partnership between Lucid Motors and Apple may have some substance to it after all, says, I don't know this company, WCCF Tech. Never heard of that. But let's take a peek at this here. So let's just take a brief peek here. Lucid Motors, Saudi-backed manufacturer of luxury vehicles, has remained the subject of persistent rumors. Okay, this brings us to the crux of the matter. A recent interview with The Guardian has provided some substance to a potential tie-up with Apple. In the interview, Rawlinson declined to comment when asked point blank if his company had been approached by Apple. Oh. I don't know. The refusal has rightly become the subject of interest in social media circles. Yeah, it's very interesting because here's the thing. That could go... So Peter Rawlinson in a previous interview has suggested that he said something to the effect of, we're really good on the hardware front. Our hardware's really great. Our batteries, our motors, everything about our hardware is so phenomenal. It's so great. Where we could really use a partner is on the software side. And then he kind of does this, like a Silicon Valley software side, nudge, nudge, wink, wink kind of thing he does. And in one sense, you can almost interpret that as, are they trying to lure someone from Silicon Valley, or have they been talking with someone from Silicon Valley? If they've been talking with Apple, I don't know if you would do a nudge, nudge, wink, wink like that. I feel like it's more of an invitation, like, please, someone from Silicon Valley, talk to us. Maybe they're the ones approaching Apple. Please, we need your software. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking a little bit too skeptical of an approach here on that, but yeah. Hey, either way, let's take a look at the sticks here and we'll see how it's moving. So CCIV, CCIV is still moving. What is this? 5% on the day here. Mind Medicine 24% here. Big moves on Mind. Although Mind is selling off a little bit. Look, I want Mind Medicine to run here, but I am concerned this uplisting is a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news, just mostly because it doesn't do much. Like, yeah, it opens up to maybe some other people, but like if somebody really wanted to buy Mind Medicine, you just go to like Fidelity or TD and do it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Microvision at 21.8. Oh, look at the AMC run. Oh my gosh. What is happening at AMC? Wow. What was our short interest on AMC? Can we find that short interest on AMC somewhere around here? Let's go to, I'll pull up the app again here. Apps. Somebody probably remembers. We did specifically look at this. Hold on, it might be open here. One sec. But I don't think we had that substantially high of, oh, here it is. A short on AMC. But it is certainly running here. I don't know if it's momentum. Yeah, it has been increasing. The short interest on AMC has been going low. Look at the chart here. This is just since March 25. So over the last month, you've had an increasing move of shorts from 14% to 22.2%. So you've definitely got increasing shorts over here on AMC. That squeeze may be what we're seeing at least some of right now. That's a move. That's a 13% intraday move. That is big on the AMC. It's a big day for AMC, and really the volume just is staying. It's very powerful. The volume is here. We're well above the average here right now. We've got we see these drops in volumes, and then all of a sudden we see these surges. 1.2 million, 700,000, drop down to a couple 100,000, 300,000. We start surging again here to that 1.1 million. Really incredible pushes on AMC. Ocugen moving as well. So, all right, what else here? So, okay, going to the downside here. Etsy's getting whacked today. Etsy's the big loser of the day at 4.47% down. Makes me wonder if there was Etsy news, because that's a whack on Etsy right here. Let's take a peek. So we got Etsy on individual news. Remember, folks, a few things. I got Tesla earnings at the close today. Make sure you come here, and you're going to see the earnings first on we'll watch for the earnings first immediately here. We'll cover them the second they come out. We'll be live ahead of time to sort of preview a little bit. But it's going to be a very, very big day. We'll do the Tesla earnings call here at the close. We'll do the sticks. We'll do everything together. It'll be really fun. But I'm not seeing here. We got a sell signal. Etsy stock falls after key bank analyst backs away from long-term bullish stance. I see. So it's sort of a re-rating by an analyst here. Yeah. So diamond top pattern, nice, Sam. Etsy cut to sector weight from overweight by KeyBank. I see. All right. Well, I do not know that KeyBank had that much influence on Etsy, but hey, if Etsy falls under 200 again, that's where I'm interested in maybe picking the thing up again a little bit. All right, what else do we have here? So we got the 10-year sitting at 1.56. Let's see what the Varns has. Does Varns have anything for us? Also, the course member live stream today will probably be a little bit earlier than usual, just because I have to leave at a certain time today. So stay tuned. Probably in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll figure that out. And remember that coupon code has been set for May 5th. So check that out. If you're thinking about joining during this run, you may as well join now, because get in the live streams over the next few days and the content as it comes out. But anyway, check that out down below. So what else? Big Digital here. Big Digital moving at 13% here. AMC 12%. Voyager Digital to the upside a little bit again. Churchill Capital again moving here. Look at this. Again, another move on the CCIV over at about 22 right now. Let's see here. Let's see. How do you access the courses? They're linked down below. It says like metkevin.com/join, I think it is. So Starbucks down 2%, Zoom down. We got Etsy still moving down. Lots of the reds are really extending here a little bit. Desktop Metals down 2.5%. DoorDash, Macy's. Yeah, some of the traditional recovery ones really moving to the downside here. So, Pinterest actually down 0.6% here. What else do we have? Beyond Meat went positive again. Okay. Let's see if we have any actual news right now, because mostly I'd say things are feeling a little stable, with the exception of CCIV moving on those Apple rumors. Let's see. CNBC is on commercial. We have... Oh, Varns is up. Okay, let's give him a shot. See what y'all got. Border wall. Really? Really? Right back to the border wall. Okay. All right, we will promptly leave.
And Silicon Research, for the audience, what has happened in the last 12 months or so is that Apple has, like other big tech companies, including Google and Amazon, has moved towards designing its own chips, using its own in-house processors, where historically, in Apple's case, they have used Intel. That is largely how the chip industry has worked in the past. We refer to chip makers like Qualcomm, for example, but really those guys just design and license chips. What Apple is moving to do is design its own and then look to third-party manufacturers to fabricate them. And that is really part of what's shaken up the chip supply chain in recent years. It's one reason why Intel moves so aggressively with that $20 billion investment plan, not just to double down on it manufacturing of its own chips, but to launch.
Okay, we're going to pull up Bloomberg here. Let's go back to CNBC. I appreciate it. Thanks for that shout out there, Jake, on the stock course. Yep, use that code to the moon, expiring soon here. Let's go ahead and jump on. What do we got here? Albertson CEO?
Yeah, overall for the year it would be. And so what we're going to think of the year 21 as a 2-year stack. And the way I think about it is going through the pandemic, we gained a lot of business, including 11 million new customers that we can identify. And in 2021, we'll hold on to those customers, but not the same level of sales as the economy reopens. But we finished 21 stronger than the trajectory would have been if we hadn't made all those gains in the pandemic. So it's a rebase.
All right, we're going to pull off Albertson being excited here. Somebody says, I bet CCIV might partner with NVIDIA. They're working on self-driving tech. Yeah, they certainly are. I do wonder, let's see, NVIDIA location. Like, where's their headquarters? Let's take a peek here. Santa Clara, California. Okay, maybe. That's an interesting suggestion as well. It would make sense.
And we'll continue to grow that because we're expanding our drive up and go locations. We're adding new delivery capabilities. We're making it easier for our customers to shop.
All right, let's go back to the sticks here. If Lucid wasn't merging with Apple, the question that bothers me is why didn't the CEO just deny it? Well, because it's possible that if Peter Rawlinson, the CEO of Lucid's knocking on the door of Apple, kind of like Elon Musk knocked on the door of Apple, going, yo, do a deal with us, then he can't say no. Then he is talking to Apple. But Apple's not talking to him, he's talking to them. Right? So we don't know the direction of this talking with Apple discussion. Would it make sense? Totally. Sure. Oh, thanks, Jake. So, yeah. Should I develop a British accent to work for one of those business channels? Certainly, if you want to get in on the Bloomberg, it seems like that's a requirement. I don't know if that's location based. I don't know where their studio is. It's possible they've got a UK studio. That would make sense. Anyway, okay, so we're still pretty stable on the stakes here, folks. We're seeing the same things that are red right now. I'm not seeing dramatic movements on the sticks one way or the other here. Stable gains here on those that are running, with the exception of Big just pushed another 3 percentage points. AMC showing a little bit of red candle sticking here. Playboy, really impressed with Playboy, I have to say. I'm also still a little nervous about Playboy, that they're going to go through their SPAC cycle, so to speak, but wow. I mean, lately it's mostly been up here. GameStop just turned around here. GameStop, it's almost like GameStop's following AMC here. Yeah, because we saw that big move on AMC. It's like GameStop's like, wait, don't leave me in the dirt. GameStop now pushing, sitting at 156. ChargePoint, 2.3. Palantir, 2.01. Bitcoin sitting at 53.6. Did have a nice bump over the last 14-ish hours here. A little bit of a softening there now, 26.9 on the Doge. Still got to get to $1 Doge by May 1. Otherwise, I guess we got to do a little bit of beard removal, which it'll be back in like 3 days anyway. So, nothing to worry about. So, okay. All right. So we're pretty stable here. We can do another little scrub here just to see let's see. They're talking about Albertson's over here. Talking at Varney. They're talking about, what do we got at Varn? No, we're not back to this yet. Let's go here.
Protection, but a second dose will provide a much better defense against those.
Holding talks to acquire the vitamin maker Bountiful. In January, Bloomberg reported that KKR had been planning an IPO valuing Bountiful at more than $6 billion. A sale to Nestle could preempt the IPO. Sanofi has agreed to help make up to 200 million doses of Moderna's coronavirus vaccine. It's the French drug maker's third agreement to throw its weight behind another company's shot. Sanofi will take already prepared vaccine solution, put it into vials, and then package it. At the Academy Awards, Chloe Zhao has become the first Chinese and Asian woman to win an Oscar for Best Director. Zhao won the film Nomadland. The Disney Searchlight Studios movie also won the award for Best Picture, and star Frances McDormand was named Best Actress. And that is your latest Business Flash. Kaylee, Guy?
Vertica, thank you. So, Guy, I must admit, I did not see Nomadland. I actually had only seen, I think, one film that was nominated for an Oscar this year, but it is a big win for Disney, as Vertica said, and also a big win for the Oscars diversity efforts in that you have the second woman ever.
All right. So I think there's just like such a lack of news that they're talking about movies on Bloomberg now. All right. We'll listen to Bitcoin on CNBC. I like that better.
If you're looking for a different type of
Seriously, the suits, they make no sense. And they make no sense. Absolutely no sense. They all go on commercial at the same time. And there's nothing happening with the sticks. Nothing. I see nothing. It's all the same. We've covered this. No changes here. Ocugen, 19%. That's good. That's a little bit of a move. Oh my gosh, look at CCIV. You gotta be kidding me. What? CCIV 11% on this rumor. Are you kidding me? Hold on a second here. This is unreal. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Well, let's see here. So, yeah, wow. That's a big move there on CCAV, 11%. All right, so, all right, what else do we have here? So, okay. So CCAV's up 11.39. What else? We've got Voyager. I mean, that's a big move there on CCAV on these rumors. Microvision trying to pump again, back to 30%. Getting back there. Back to that, trying to get back to that 24, test that resistance number. NGA, 7.3% here. Good moves on the SPACs. So we were right. I mean, we were right on the money when we were saying double down on the SPACs. I mean, certainly never financial advice here, just a suggestion that the SPACs seemed way, way oversold. I mean, we were peak fear there on 420 last week. That Monday and Tuesday was just everybody in the comments like, oh my gosh, I'm holding so many bags on SPACs. It's like, chill out. It goes in cycles. But wow. This is a move here on the SPACs. Where's Neo? Is Neo playing catch up at all? Neo 1.29%, not really. And Tesla's at 1, also not really doing anything here. Palantir's almost at 24. That's nice. Roblox back to 73. Bitcoin 53.6, same place it's been. Nikola, I see Nikola's over here somewhere around that 2% range. There it is. Oh, 3%. And GameStop 3.51% right now. AMC still holding on to some tendies here. CCIV first red candlestick in a bit. But I mean, that is a run there on the CCIV rumor, I have to say. So let's I want to see what if the terminal is covering this on CCIV. CCIV. Let's jump in on this. All right, let's see here. Here we go. So call put ratio 6.9. Wow. Lots of calls on CCAV. I bought my call on 420. It was like the darn stock price was like $17 then. And I got the CCAV $20 January 23 calls. Yeah. Wow. What moves there? Applied volatility rises. All right. Yeah, there it is. Speculation of Lucid collaboration with Apple. Seeking alpha. Wow. Big old moves. All right. What else? What else we got? Ocugen now 23%. Ocugen really pushing here. It's really pushing to catch up with Microvision and Mind Medicine on the day here. It's achieving it. I mean, it's pushing hard. MP Materials is up again, 3.45%. Nice. Got some good moves here, folks. Good moves. All right. So what else? I want to just make it very clear. Earnings today. are going to be epic. You got to be there. I mean, this is one of the biggest weeks with Tesla kicking off today. You got to be there at the closing live stream. The closing live stream is going to be really fun. We're going to go through all of this together. What else do we have? Ocugen 23% here. Crazy. Really good moves here. Really, really good moves. Watch that. Watch the action, the price action on Mind Medicine tomorrow after we get that uplisting. I believe that's scheduled for the 27th, which would be tomorrow. Arcimoto is up 5%. Shift's up 5%. Lots of the SPACs are up right now, and not too much down. XL Fleets is down. A couple of the SPACs are down. Amazon's fractionally down. eSigns fractionally down here. Disney's only at 0.3% here, barely moving. The ARC FinTech's at 0.4. Canoe's stuck just under 9. Spirit Airlines 0.75. Virgin Galactic 0.75. Square, okay, 1% on Square. Matterport 1%. Sure, we'll take it. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Anything else? Fauci sending vaccines to India? Is that it? That's all the news we got?
Needs all the assistance he can get. It is getting help on other fronts, PPE, oxygen, etc. Sam Fazeli.
Why isn't Amazon considering making a car? They actually are. Look up a company they acquired called Zoox. I think that's Z-O-O. Is it KS or is it X? I don't know. Try both of them. Look up Amazon Zoox and you'll find it.
That any of the action that's being taken is having an impact at this point.
Yeah, hi guys. So it's very early to tell. I mean, when you look at that chart, there's only day after day the numbers are higher. So you need to see that to start to turn. And then, as you know, sometimes with this virus, it looks like it's turned a corner, but you're back to a growth phase again. So I just hope that sooner or later this rapid rise.
They're going to pull off the vaccine talk here. Yeah, here's the Zoox car. In case you haven't already seen it, the company acquired by Amazon. So don't you worry. Amazon's coming up in the race as well. They don't want to be left behind. They don't want to be left behind at all. Tesla Model S Plaid order delayed. Did you just get an email on that? That's interesting. Yeah, this isn't really designed to be a car. It's more like a self-driving transporter. There's no steering wheel or anything, right? It can drive both ways. There's no real front in the vehicle. But yeah, it's certainly not. It's not really. I wouldn't say it's a traditional car by any regard. It's more of like a, it's like a convention center transporter. Like a tram. That's it. Like please stand clear of the. What do they say? Of the doors or whatever. You know what I mean. When you're at Disney World, please stand clear. I don't know. I don't know. There's nothing else going on. Just, you know what? We'll see you at the market closing live stream. Okay. In the meantime, if you want to join the course, you get to join me in the private live stream. We'll do lots of Q&A. See if we can do some more deal analysis on fundamentals, real estate, talk everything there. So, folks, thank you for being here. Love y'all. Appreciate